Okay, now we're at the end of the presentation, Mr. Hubert. Now I'm going to give you 3 prices, and just to give you an idea, these are $105,000 protection. We give you 3 prices for the same protection. Now, how do we come up with the prices? Basically, first is age, which you're young, which is fine. Second of all, if you're a smoker or non-smoker, both of you non-smoker. Third, amount of the mortgage, which is not that high. And fourth, medical problems, which you have no medical problems, which is great. Now, the first option, and I'll explain it to you in detail. Okay. And these options are combined for you and your wife. Okay. Now the first option, we give you back 100%, 50%, and 0%. And this is 133, 94, and 73. Okay. Now remember, since this is for both of you, this is times 2, because this is you and your wife. So this is 210 total protection. Okay. Now the first price, it shows you option number 1, something happens to you, God forbid, the mortgage is taken care of. Something happens to your wife, the same thing. It's 133 for both of you. Now, if nothing happens to you, you get $47,000 back. So remember the option that I told you that you can pay your mortgage off sooner, that in 22 years you're allowed to do that? You can only do that with this option because that will allow you to get all of your money back. So this is 133 for both of you. Okay. The second option is 50% of your money back. So if nothing happens to you, you get back $60,000. It's $94 for both of you. It's 105 each protection, so in total protection is 210. Now in these 2 options, someone's always collecting money. Whether one of you dies, the mortgage is paid, but if you don't die, you get your money back. So any of these 2 prices will allow you to get some money at some time. Okay. And the last price is just insurance itself. Something happens to you from today until you turn 30 years older, we're actually going to protect your mortgage for the same 105. But here you don't get much money back. You get maybe from $3,000 to $4,000, which in 30 years is not that great of a money, right? Now, the only difference between these 3 prices, Mr. Hubert, is how much you want to save into the policy. If you want to pay off your mortgage sooner, you can do the top number. Remember, if you are sending extra money towards the bank, you might as well do this one because you are sending $100 extra. So this is only $33 more. So we tell you to better allocate that money into our policy, that you're going to get all of the money back and have the insurance. But if you only need the protection, it will be the lowest number, because with that number we're allowed to have the protection for both of you. These prices are flexible 100%. You can go up or down depending upon your financial situation. But let me ask you a question, Mr. Hubert. Out of these 3 prices, which one you think you can afford without taking food out of your table? Okay, the middle number? Okay. Now, most of my clients actually pick that number, believe it or not, because that allows you to get some cash if nothing happens to you, but if something happens, the mortgage is protected. So that's the beauty of that product. Now, you can always increase it or decrease it at any time, but at this time, Mr. Hubert, I'm not allowed to give you that policy because these prices are based on whatever you told me over the phone. Now, the only thing that I'm allowed to take today is a medical application to see if you can qualify for these prices. See, this will take a month to get you approved. During that month, you can think about the product, but we're going to think about you to see if we can actually get you to qualify. Now, during that month, we're going to check your doctor's records. We're going to check your driver's license. If you had a DUI in the past 2 years, the price will increase. We are going to do a blood and urine test. Now, the blood, we check for HIV, and the urine, we check for nicotine. So basically, we pay for all this because we want to make sure that you're in good health. Okay? And the last thing is the Medical Information Bureau, that if you ever apply for any type of life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, and you have been declined, we're going to know why, because we share the information with all the insurance companies. Now, 3% of my clients, when I get them approved, hey, Mr. Hubert, I got you approved, I have to give you the policy. They change their mind for whatever reason. They say they're never going to die or they don't need it. That's fine. We still refund you the first month of premium. 7% of my clients do not qualify as they apply. And for example, they didn't tell me they had diabetes, and of course diabetes actually makes the price a little bit higher, but they still get approved. If they decide they don't want the policy, we still refund you the first month of premium. And 90% of my clients, how they apply, they receive the policy. You still have 20 days to go over the policy, because we don't mail you the policy. We come back to you and show it to you in black and white. Whatever I promise you here, has to be in the contract in black and white. If I wrote down something here that is not in the contract, you can say as simple as that, I don't want the policy. Okay. Now you do keep a temporary insurance until I come back with the original policy. During the time that we're taking the process to approve you, if you do happen to die, God forbid, we're going to pay the mortgage. Now there's two exclusions on that. The first one is suicide, which you know we're not going to pay. And second of all, if you lie in the medical application and you said everything's fine and you happen to have heart problems, if you die because of that, we're just going to refund you the first month of premium. So we need all this disclosure on the medical application so we can actually give you that temporary coverage. Okay? Now the only thing that I need from you today will be your driver's license to start the process. And remember, you will have a month to think about this, because during that month we're going to think about you. Fair enough? Okay, I just need your driver's license.